welcome you all to our brilliant channel Maths Nation. Dear students, if you have not subscribed Maths Nation, kindly subscribe it now and press the bell icon to get the notification of the upcoming videos. Students, I promise you to complete your syllabus and would like to solve all your queries which you may kindly drop in my comment box. Okay, dear students, now you are promoted. Now your final exam is over and you are promoted to next class. Dear students, the 2.0, we start our 2.0 series, which will be different level, in which I will practice rigorous problems and will go detailed theory. The 2.0 series will be of different level. So let us start with new energy of 2.0 series of class 10. Today we will discuss about chapter 1 real number. Let us start with chapter 1 real number. Real number. You know what is real number? You have already know. Natural number is subset of whole number. Whole number is subset of integer. This is subset of rational number. This is subset of rational number. Then the rational number is subset of real number. The real numbers are those numbers which may be rational or irrational. Real numbers are those numbers which may be rational or irrational. What do you mean by rational number? Which may be rational or irrational. Rational number means those numbers which can be expressed in P by Q form. The numbers which cannot be represented in P by Q form are called irrational numbers. Suppose 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is the rational number, the number which can be represented in P by Q form. Or those numbers which cannot be expressed in P by Q form are called irrational numbers. Root 2 is a irrational number. You cannot express root 2 in P by Q form. And when the rational number P by the number represents in P by Q form, where the condition is given Q is not equal to 0 and P and Q are in lowest form or in simplest form. Okay, suppose 3 by 15. 3 by 15 is 3 by 15 in lowest form, in simplest form? No, because 3 and 5 have common factors. 3 and 5 have common factor 3. Then the lowest form or simplest form of 3 by 15 is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is the simplest form of 3 by 15. Okay. Then the real numbers are those numbers which are both rational and irrational numbers. Those now let us discuss in details about this. Suppose a number A is said to be an integer and B if there exist an integers. Now let us discuss about the real number and irrational number. A number in, suppose A be a real number. Suppose A be a real number, then there must exist B such that A is equal to B into C plus R, where A is called the, this means when we divide by B, then we get C as the quotient and R as the remainder. Then this, in this, A is called the dividend and B is called the divisor and C is called the quotient and R is called the remainder. For any real number A, there must exist, if there exists B such that A is equal to BC plus R. Then Euclid division lemma says that, A is equal to BQ plus R, where R is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to b, because the remainder is always less than equal to the divisor. B is the divisor and A is the dividend and R is the remainder and Q is the quotient. This is called Euclid division lemma. Now let us write in details about Euclid division lemma. Please students note down this. I have already told you in these sessions, in this 2.0 series, I will practice rigorous problems and will go through the theory in details. Please students, do your worksheets and be careful. If any doubt persists, please ask me and I will clear your all doubts. Euclid division lemma. The Euclid lemma says that A is equal to BQ plus C, where A is called the dividend, and B is called the divisor, and Q is the quotient, where C is the remainder, and the C remainder is always greater than equal to 0 and less than the dividends. Okay. Now let us discuss about let us proceed. Here the Euclid division lemma says that, let us take an example. Suppose you get a number A is equal to 58. Then here the dividend given is 7. Then when you divide 58 with 7, then you get 8 as the quotient plus 2 as the remainder. Here 58 is the dividend and 7 is the divisor, 8 is the quotient and 2 is the remainder, where 2 is greater than 0 and less than 7. Okay. Then now let us proceed. Let us take some another examples. I have already told you, please practice variety of questions. You students follow my class regularly and do your exercises. I promise you, definitely you will no need of any extra class. Okay. Every positive integers, then another example is given here. Every positive even integers of the form 2q and every positive odd integer is in the form 2q plus 1, where q is some integers. Look at here. Here the example says that we can every positive even number can be even number is of the form 2q, where every positive odd integer, positive odd number is of the form 2q plus 1, is of the form 2q plus 1. Now let us solve. Suppose let A be any positive integers. Let A be any positive integer. A be any positive integer. And B equal to 2. Then by Euclid division lemma, then B equal to 2. Then by Euclid division lemma, then by Euclid division lemma. What is Euclid division lemma says? Euclid division lemma. What is the Euclid division lemma says? The Euclid division lemma says that the dividend D is equal to divisor into quotients plus remainder. Here A is any positive integer and B is equal to 0. Then A is equal to 2q plus remainder R. Then here 2 is the divisors. Then R the remainder. According to the Euclid division lemma, R must be greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to the divisor. What is the divisor here? 2. then r is less than 2. This means either r is equal to 0 or r is equal to 1. Here the two case, if the r is between 0 and 2, then r may be 0 or 2. Here the conditions is given according to the Euclid division lemma. Any positive number, any integers can be represented in the form a is equal to 2q plus r, where a is the positive integers and here we take b equal to 2. We take the divisors 2. When a number is divided by 2, then we get the number can be represented a is equal to 2q plus r, where q is the quotient and r is the remainder. Then the remainder, according to the Euclid division lemma, the remainder is between divisor and 0. Then r is greater than equal to 0, then the condition says r is either greater than equal to 0 and less than 2. The r is between 0 and 2. Then there are two conditions, either r is equal to 0 or r equal to 1. Then what is case 1 says? The case 1 says that, here the case 1 says, please keep it here. Now let us discuss. Here the according to the case 1, here case 1, r is equal to 0. When r is equal to 0, a is equal to 2q. Then this is the number which is divisible by 2. This means this is even number. Then this is even number. Even number. Here the condition says that any positive even number can be represented in the form of 2q. Then here the case 2 says, then r may be 1. When r equal to 1, then a is equal to 2q plus 1. Then here this a is the odd number. A is the odd number. Then the then proved. Look at here. You have to show that any positive integer here in this questions. You have to show that any positive even number is of the form 2q and any positive odd number can be in the form of 2q plus 1. Then here when the remainder is equal to 0, then r is in the form of 2q. Here this means a is the even positive integers, and when the remainder is equal to 1, then a is equal to 2q plus 1. Then a is equal to 2q plus 1 means odd number. Then you get it, the any positive integers, if this is even number, this can be in the 2q form, and if this is odd number, this can be in this form 2q plus 1. Okay, any doubt? Please students, if any doubt persists, please ask me. I am ever ready to clear your all doubts. Please. Then next questions. I have already told you the 2.0 series will be of different level. In this series, we will discuss the theory in details. We go through the root of the problems and I will practice variety of questions. Please students, follow the class regularly and do your exercises. Okay. Then next. Then you feel there will be no problem for maths. Maths will not be a difficult subject for you. You will solve maths very easily. Then the example 2 says that, so that any positive integer is of the form of here, so that here the question says that, please students be attentive. Here, so that any positive integer, very soon students I will start NTSC special in this channel. Okay, please follow my classes. So that any positive integer is of the form the parallelly I will clear 2.0 series which will cover your all syllabus. Then in this channel I will also start NTSC special and also IIT foundation specials. For only class 10. In this way, for class 7, 8, 9, 10, for all classes, I will parallelly teach you your syllabus, then parallelly your IIT special from IIT foundation course, and for class 10 NTSC specials. Okay. Then here the question says that please students note down and be attentive. So that any positive integer is of the form, any positive integer is of the form 3q, 3q plus 1 is of the form 3q, 3q plus 1. Look at here, in this last questions we say that any positive integers, even number is of the form 2q and odd number in the form 2q plus 1. Here says that any positive integer is of the form 3q, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2 for some integer q, for some integer q, for some integer q. Any positive integer is can be is of the form 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. Let us solve. Let us solve. Here the solve. Let A is equal to 3q plus r. By the, according to the Euclid division lemma, any positive integers, any integers can be represented in the form of A is equal to bq plus r, where b is the divisors. Here you take 3 as the divisors, then any positive integers can in the form of A is equal to 3q plus r, where q is the quotient and r is the remainder. According to the Euclid lemma, r must be greater than equal to 0 or less than 3. R must be less than the divisor and may be greater than equal to 0. Then here the case 3 condition says either r equal to 0 or r equal to 1 or r equal to 2. Then for case 1, when r is equal to 0, A is equal to 3q plus 0 means r is equal to 0. This is 3q. Here you get, here the case 1 you get A is equal to 3q form. Then case 2, the case 2 when the r is equal to 1, then A is equal to 3q plus 1. And in this way for case 3, when r is equal to 2, then A is equal to 3q plus 2. Look at here. Here the question says that any positive integers can be represented in the form of 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. According to the Euclid division lemma, you know that any positive integers can be represented in the form of A is equal to bq plus r. Here you take 3 as the divisors. This means any positive integers A is equal to 3q plus r. Then here 3 is the divisor. This means the remainder must be between 0 and 3. Then r is equal, greater than equal to 0 and less than 3. Then here 3 conditions persist. First condition says that r is equal to 0. Second condition says r is equal to 1. Third condition says r is equal to 2. When in case 1, when r is equal to 0, then A is equal to 3q. When r is 0, A is in the form of A is equal to 3q plus r. This means when r is 0, A is equal to 3q. Then when r is equal to 1, A is equal to 3q plus 1. Then in case 3, the third condition says when r equal to 2, then A is 3q plus 2. Okay? Okay? Any doubt? No. Then next questions. Please students, do your worksheet. Here the third example says that, here another example says that, here the example 3. So that any positive integer is of the form, here the question says that, so that any positive integer is of the form 4q plus 1 either 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3, where q is some integers, where q is some integer, where q is some integer. Okay, then solve, then solve. Then as you know that let A be any odd integers, so that any positive integers is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. Here you take let A be any positive odd integers. Here the question says that so that any positive odd integers, any positive odd integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. Let A be any positive odd integer, then let A be any positive odd integers, and b is equal to 0 and b is equal to 4, b is equal to 4, then by Euclid division lemma, A is equal to bq plus r, then here A is equal to 4q plus r, then when b equal to 4, this means r is between, in this case Euclid division lemma says r is greater than equal to 0 and less than b. Here b is equal to 4. This means r is greater than equal to 4 and less than b. Then in this case there are conditions, either b is equal to 0 or b is equal to 1 or b is equal to 2 or b is equal to 3. Either 0 or 1 or 2 or 4. But here we have taken that A is the odd integers. Then when B is 0, this shows that A is equal to 4q. This means A is an even number. But we have already taken A is a positive odd number. We have to show that any positive odd number. Then when we take B is equal to 1, then A is equal to 4q plus 1. Then here in this form, this is the representations of an odd number. Then when you take B is equal to 2, then this is A is equal, represents A is equal to 4q plus 2. This is an even number because when you take 2 common, this is 2q plus 1. This means A is the multiple of 2. This means A is an even number. But the conditions we have taken that any positive odd integers. Then this is not possible. B is the R is equal to, the R is equal to 0 is not possible. The R is equal to 1 is possible. The R is equal to 2 is not possible, because when you take R is equal to 2, then you get this is an even number. Then the third condition says when R is equal to 3. When R is equal to 3, then A is equal to 4q plus 3. These two conditions show that any odd integers can be represented in the form of either 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. When the remainder you have taken, when R is equal to 0, then you get A is an even number. But the conditions we have taken that R is a positive odd number. Then the remainder equal to 0 is not possible. When you take remainder R is equal to 1, then you get A is equal to 4q plus 1. Yes, it is possible. When you take R is equal to 2, then you get A is equal to 4q plus 2, then you get A is an even number, not an odd number. This is not possible because it contradicts your assumptions. You have taken that the A is an odd number, Then take the, when r is equal to 3, then you get a is equal to 4q plus 3. Yes, this is the representations of an odd numbers. Okay. Then students, go to next questions. The next questions is from NCERT Exampler. You know the NCERT Exampler is the higher level. Then you please follow the NCERT Examplers and practice variety of questions. Here the question says that from NCERT Examplers that the square of an odd integers is of the form 4q plus 1 for some integers q. Here we have to show that square of an odd integer is of the form square of an odd integer is of the form 4q plus 1 for some q, is of the form 4q plus 1 for some integer q, Okay. Now let us solve. Here according to the Euclid division lemma, any number a is equal to bq plus r, where the r is greater than equal to 2 and less than b. Here so that the square of an odd number. Here you take a is an odd number. This means a is equal to 2q plus 1. Then as this is an odd number, this can be represented in this form. A is equal to 2q plus 1. Then square both sides. A square is equal to 2q plus 1 whole square. Then this is 4a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then this is in this form 4q square plus 1 plus 4q, which shows that, look at here. This shows that a square is equal to, taking 4 common, then a square is equal to 4q square plus q plus 1. This means if you take q square plus q is equal to m, then a square is equal to 4m plus 1. This means here the question says that, please keep it here and now let us discuss. Keep it here. Here the question says that any odd integers can be in the form 4q plus 1 for any q is an integer. Here you get a square is equal to 4m plus 1. This is in the form, okay. This means a square can be represented in the form 4q plus 1 for any integers q, okay. You get it? Then next questions. Then here another questions. Another questions is also from NCERT Examplers. Says that, here another question says that, I have already told you in this 2.0 series, I will practice variety of questions. Here the question says that, so that n square minus 1 is divisible by 8 if n is an odd integer, is divisible by 8 if n is an odd integer, okay. Now let us solve it. Solutions. We know that any odd positive integers can be in the form of 4q plus 1 or 4q. Before in the example we have discussed that any positive odd number, any positive odd integers can be in the form of can be represented can be represented in the form of either 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. Then take the case 1. The case 1 4q plus 1. Then here let n is an odd integers. Then take the it can be represented, then n can be represented in the form 4q plus 1. Taking square both sides, n square is equal to 4q plus 1 whole square. S plus b whole square says that s square plus b square plus 2ab. Then 16q square plus 8q, which is in the form can be written as, you take 8q common, then you get 2q plus 1 plus 1. Then this shows that for q and 2q plus 1, take it as m. Let it be m. Then it is 8m plus 1. This shows that n square can be represented in the form of 8m plus 1. Then n square minus 1 is equal to 8m. This shows that n square minus m is divisible by 8, is a multiple of 8. We have to prove that n square minus 1 is always divisible by 8, or it is an n square minus 1 is a multiple of 8. We get it? Then take the case 2. Here you keep it here and discuss about case 2. The case 2 says that the positive, any or positive integers can be represented in the form of 4q plus 3. Then consider the case 2. Here consider case 2. The case 2 says that the positive integers a can be represented in the form of, n can be represented in the form of 4q plus 3. Then taking squaring both sides, n square is equal to 4q plus 3 whole square. Then this is a square plus b square plus 3ab plus 2ab plus 2ab, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then here you take, this is 16q square, 9 can be written as plus 8 plus 24q plus 1. Then here from this 3 you can take 8 common, you get, this is 2q square plus 1 plus 3q plus 1 plus 1. Then here this is, let it be m, which is 8m plus 1. Then here n square minus 1 is equal to 8m, which shows that n square minus m is divisible by 8, or n square minus m is a multiple of 8. Here in this example 5 you have to show that n square minus 1 is divisible by 8 if n is an odd integers. Here if n is any odd integers, then n square minus 1 is always divisible by 8. Here from you know that any positive odd integers can be represented in the form of either 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. When you take case 1 4q plus 1, then squaring both sides, n square is equal to 4q plus 1 whole square. Then a plus b whole square says that a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then n square is equal to 16q square plus 1 plus 8q. Then you taking 8 common, then you get 8. This is n square is equal to 8m plus 1. This means n square minus 1 is the multiple of 8, which shows that a is divisible. If n is any positive integers, then n square minus 1 is divisible by 8. Then you take the case 2 conditions. The case 2 condition says that any positive integers can also be represented in the form of 4q plus 3. When you take 4q plus 3, taking squaring both sides, you get n square is equal to 4q plus 3 whole square. This means a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then you split 9 into 8 plus 1. Then you get 16q square plus 8 plus 24q plus 1. Taking 8 common, students, you get this is 8 into 2q square plus 1 plus 3q plus 1. This means n square minus 1 is a multiple of 8. This shows that n square minus, if n is any positive integer, then n square minus 1 is always divisible by 8 or n multiple of 8. Okay. Then next questions. Next question. The next question says that, here another question. Another question says that, prove that if x and y are odd positive integers. Here the questions example. Example shows that, prove that here you have to prove that I think I have to use thick pen. Prove that if x and y are positive integers, prove that if x and y are positive integers, positive integers. Students, please go through my content. Don't go through my handwriting or any other things. Please go through my content. Okay. Then here if x and y are odd positive integers, then x square plus y square is even but not divisible by 4. We have to show that x square plus y square is even but not divisible by 4. But not divisible by 4. Here then proof. You have to prove that. Here x and y are positive integers, are positive odd numbers. Then x and y can be represented in the form of x can be 4q plus 1. Then let x is equal to 4m plus 1 and y is equal to 4n plus 1. Then x square plus y square. The case 1, please recall, the case 1 says that any positive odd number can be represented in the form of 4q plus 1. Then this is case 1. Then the case 2 says that any positive integers can be represented, positive odd integer can be represented in the form of 4q plus 3. This is case 1 and case 2. Here first we take case 1. In case 1, x is equal to 4q plus 1. Let x is equal to 4m plus 1 and y is equal to 4n plus 1. Because here the condition says that x and y both are odd positive integers. Then x square plus y square is equal to 4m plus 1 whole square plus 4n plus 1 whole square. Then here a plus b whole square says that a square plus b square plus 2ab. Here also same 16n square plus 1 plus 8n. Then here 16m square plus 16n square plus 8m plus 8n plus 2. Then taking 8 common, this shows this is 2m square plus 2n square plus m plus n plus 2. This shows that x is divisible by 2. Here the question says that but not divisible by x square plus y square is an even number. Here the condition says that x square plus y square is an even number because you can take 2 common, but this is not divisible by 4. Take the conditions case 2. Here keep it here and take the conditions of case 2. The case 2 condition says that any positive integers can be written, positive odd integers can be written in the form of 4q plus 3. Then here take the, here we have proved the case 1 already. The x square plus y square is, x square plus y square is divisible by 2 but not by 4. Take the case 2. Case 2 says that any positive odd integers can be written in the form of 4q plus 3. Let A is equal to 4m plus 3 and B is equal to 4n plus 3. Then, sorry, x is equal to this, y is equal to this. Then x square plus y square is equal to 4m plus 3 whole square plus 4n plus 3 whole square. Then in this same way a plus b whole square, this is 16m square plus 9 plus 24m here plus 16n square plus 9 plus 24n. In this case you get 16m square plus 16n square plus 24m plus 24n plus 18, 9 plus 9, 18. In this case also you can take 2 common and you get 8m square plus 8n square plus 12m plus 12n plus 9. Here also you get the number x square plus y square is an even number but not divisible by 4. Okay. Then in both these cases, in case 1 and case 2, we come to the conclusion that when x and y are any odd positive integers, then x square plus y square is an even number but not divisible by 4. Okay. Then next questions. Next question. The next question says that, here take another questions. Prove that when n square minus n is divisible by 2 for every positive integer n. Here another example says that, prove that, students, I have promised you this time the content will be 45 to 1 hour and in the content will be of different level. I will discuss variety of questions. I will practice you many questions and I will also teach you the theory in details. Okay. Here prove that n square minus n is divisible by 2 for every positive integer n. For every positive integer n. Every positive integer n. Okay. Integer n. N is any positive integers, then we have to show that n square minus n is divisible by 2. Then let us solve. Here let us solve. As we know that any positive integers is of the form, any positive integers can be represented in the form by Euclid division lemma. Any positive integer can be represented in the form either 2q or 2q plus 1. 2q means if this is even number and 2q plus 1 means this is odd number. Then take here case 1. Here take case 1. Case 1 means n is equal to 2q. N is equal to 2q. Then take n square minus n. N square minus n. Here n square means 4q square minus 2q. Here when you take 2q common, this is q minus 1. This means which is equal to 2x, means this n square minus n is a multiple of 2. This means n square minus n is divisible by 2. For case 1 it is true. Now keep it here and discuss about the case 2. Keep it here, now discuss about the case 2. For case 2, if n is the odd number, then this can be represented in the form of the case 2. The case 2 says if this is an odd number, this can be n is an odd number, then this can be represented in the form 2q plus 1. Then n square minus n is equal to 2q plus 1 whole square minus 2q plus 1, which is equal to a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab minus 2q minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 cancels. You get this is 4q square plus 2q, which is also when you take 2q common, this is for this means this is also a multiple of 2. In case 2 also you get n square minus n is also an even integer. This n square minus n is divisible by n. In both these cases, students, look at here. Here the question says that prove that when n is any positive integers, when n is any positive integers, then n square minus n is always an even number. Okay. Then here the two conditions can be taken. N either odd or even. When you take n is odd number, then by Euclid division lemma, when n is the odd number, let n is in the form 2q plus 1. Let n equal to 2q plus 1. Then n square minus n, you solve this, put n 2q plus 1, then n square minus n 2q plus 1 whole square minus 2q plus 1. Then by solving this, we get that n square minus n is a multiple of 2. This means n square minus n is an even number. This is divisible by 2. Then in case 2, let n is an even number. Then n square minus n is 4q square minus 2q. It is also a multiple, n square minus n is also a multiple of 2. This means n square minus n is always an even number, n may be an odd number or even numbers. So students, thank you today this much. In my next sessions we will continue with this. Then please students, follow my class regularly. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and go through my content. And in this channel I will start very soon, I will start NTSC series, and parallelly we will cover also IIT foundation level. Okay, thank you students.